Hey, welcome. So today, we're going to put one of the shortest, most common words in the English language right under the microscope. It's a word you use every single day, probably without even a flicker of a second thought. But what if I told you that this tiny word, if, is hiding some serious power right there in plain sight? Let's find out what it is.
Let's start with this number, 850. What is that? Well, that's how many words are on a special list called Basic English. It was put together back in the 1930s, and the whole idea was to create a super simple version of English with just enough words to say, well, pretty much anything you need to say. It's a pretty exclusive club, only the most essential words get in.
And that brings up a really fascinating question. The word if. Yep, our little two-letter word, it made the cut. It's on that list. So what makes it so indispensable? What is it doing that makes it one of the absolute pillars of our language?
Well, the answer is that if is a linguistic multi-tool. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife in your vocabulary toolbox. It looks really simple on the outside, but it's got several totally different, distinct functions packed right inside. So let's open it up and see what this one little word can really do.
Okay, first up is the role you already know and probably use all the time, if as the condition setter. This is its most common, most straightforward job.
So, grammatically speaking, in this role, if acts as a preposition. Its whole purpose is to set up a condition, a scenario, a possibility. It's the word that creates that classic cause and effect relationship in a sentence.
And here's the perfect example, right? If it rains, I will get wet. The condition is, it rains. The consequence is, I will get wet. And if is that small but mighty word that links them together, creating this logical statement about a possible future. Simple, right?
Here's another one, just with a slightly different structure. The condition is, you took your shoes off, and the result is, my preference being met. It's still all about setting up that condition, just showing how flexible it is. So far, so good. But this is where things start to get really interesting. Let's move on to its second job.
All right, now for the first surprise. If has this whole other function that has absolutely nothing to do with setting conditions. It can also be a question reporter. In this job, if acts as what's called a subordinator. Its role here is to introduce an indirect question or to talk about something that's uncertain. It's not about cause and effect anymore. It's about reporting on a lack of knowledge.
Now, what's really cool here is that in this specific role, and only this role, if becomes a direct synonym for the word whether. You can often just swap them out, and that's the perfect clue that if is doing its second job.
Let's look at it in action. The original direct question was probably, have they arrived yet? When we report that question, if steps in. She asked if they had arrived. And notice you could totally say, she asked whether they had arrived. They mean the exact same thing here. And here's another one, this time expressing uncertainty. The speaker doesn't know what they want. I don't know if I want to go. See, this isn't a condition, it's a statement about something that's unknown. So the crucial thing here is, if can build these worlds of possibility, but it can also report on our uncertainty about them.
All right, so we've seen if as a tool for conditions and a tool for questions. But its final trick is the most surprising one of all. If can stop being a grammatical tool completely and become the idea itself.
That's right. If can be a noun. It can literally transform from a word that introduces a possibility into a word that is the possibility. It becomes the name for an uncertainty, for a conditional situation.
And this is the proof right here. Look at that last letter S. You can make it plural. You can have one if or many ifs. You can't do that with a preposition. No way. When someone says there are too many ifs, they're talking about a whole collection of uncertainties. The word itself has become the concept. Pretty amazing.
So, let's bring it all together. Our little journey into the secret life of if started with a word we thought we knew, and it's led us to this powerful, multifunctional tool hiding in one of the most basic building blocks of our language. So let's recap what we found out. If has three totally distinct jobs. It's the condition setter, creating all those cause and effect scenarios. It's the question reporter, introducing uncertainty. And it can even be the concept itself, a noun that represents possibility. It's that incredible versatility that earned it a spot on that essential list of just 850 words. And that really just leaves us with a final thought. If is just one word. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday words have these secret lives and hidden powers that we use all the time without ever even noticing? What else is hiding in plain sight? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.